Hello everyone, welcome to Positive Vibes and Tarot. This is your weekly energy flow for the week of June 22nd to the 28th. I hope you all are doing well and thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember this is a general message, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest. If you wish to book a personal reading with me, there's a link in the description for my Etsy shop. Head over to my Etsy, check out my reads. I got love reads, money reads, healing reads, all kinds of readings. So go over there, check me out, I got you. Also, if you want some crystal jewelry, it is on my Etsy shop under Magic Jewelry, okay? So book with me, I got you. These are cleansed, charged, and set with intentions personally by me, hand chosen by me. Okay, so come and get a little bit of that magic. Also, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. It does keep the free reads going and the good vibes flowing. All right, so guys, we're jumping right in. Also, sun moves into Cancer today, the day I'm recording this. So by tomorrow when you see it, the sun will be in Cancer. Happy birthday to all my Cancers out there. Happy birthday. I wish you guys all the good vibes, great celebration, lots of gifts, abundance, joy, laughter, all of the good words, okay? And yeah, so let's just jump right in. This week, guys, automatically, it feels flowy and ambient. There's something it feels almost ethereal about the week, like out of this world, kind of whimsical, which is unusual for, I don't usually get that like with Cancer, the sun moving in Cancer energy, but there's something about calming and emotions. There's like a calming emotional flow that feels like it's washing over the collective this week as we move out of Gemini season, because I know a lot of y'all were overthinking. Okay, but flowy, ambient, calming emotion. I also got to focus on emotional maturation, which is like focusing on emotional growth, emotional intellect, and really reflecting on emotions, because also don't forget we're in the Mercury retrograde pre-shadow. Mercury's going retrograde next week. Don't worry, we'll get into that next week, you know what I'm saying? But we're in the pre-shadow, so there's that energy of self-reflecting, and as the sun is moving into Cancer, or moves into Cancer, it's like that self-reflection, emotional, flowy, ambient, solitude, calming, down to earth, like a warm motherly hug is what it feels like. Okay. I also got self-healing, self-reflecting through emotions. Many of you feel like you're coming out of June, because we're nearing the end of June, right? It feels like June has had you a little bit of beaten and battered. I don't know what's been going on with you all. You know, it's been a little bit since I've done the weekly energy flow, but just tuning into the collective, a lot of you guys are feeling a little bit beaten and battered, or like there's something that's worn you out or worn you down. And that energy is coming into self-healing, emotional maturity and intelligence, intellect, things like that, okay? I also got, it's the summer solstice, woo! And with that, I got a blooming where there was overthinking. And so I'm bringing up the overthinking. For all my overthinkers, overthink the positive possibilities. Overthink all the ways you've already been taken care of, okay? Focus your energy there. But there's like a blooming, a satisfaction almost, where you were once overthinking. That's just the best way I can describe the energy. I also got new, brighter birth, okay? And with that was just new energy shifting in. There's a shift, right? The shift is happening where it's brighter, it's lighter, it's birth, it's new, it's fresh, it's funky for some of you. I also got cultivating home life and comfort. So there's a real focus on what makes you feel comfortable, what makes you feel safe, what makes you feel whole and complete, and also what makes you feel like, you know what, I got this, I can handle life. Like they're showing me like a hurrah. What makes you feel like, you know, everything's gonna be all right. And that's the energy that feels like it's slowly flowing in. Colors, I got blues and deep purples, throat chakra, third eye chakra, but also just awareness. Again, calming, warming, soothing, emotional colors there, right? Deep purples and blues. Low, sensual vibes almost, right? With a silver sparkle. I got silver sparkle, and now I'm seeing like a sparkler for like fireworks, and how it's so beautiful, and you just admire the beauty of the sparks and the fire and the flame. Okay. Numbers 111. Manifestation, magic, synchronicity. 222, choices, decisions, balance. I also got 1, 2, 3, 4, growth and progression. And animal spirits. The animal spirits seemed a little bit quiet this week, but I was getting birds. Birds, communication with birds, or birds being messengers. Okay, so be mindful as to what birds you are seeing. Right now coming through is a hawk and a cardinal, specifically. But now let's get into these signs of synchronicities. And look at that, beetle fell off the bottom. Good fortune. Beetle. But yeah, the energy just feels real flowy and ambient. Almost as if like, the vision that I'm seeing is like a flowy skirt or like a flowy curtain. It's like that energy of, it's a beautiful day outside. You left the window open and there's a cool, nice breeze blowing through your curtains. A cool, fresh breeze is what it feels like. Okay, so embrace this soothing, nurturing energy that's flowing in with this sun in Cancer. And also, don't be too hard on yourselves, guys. One step at a time, right? One step at a time. Ooh, off the bat, who's first? Younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. So we got people coming through. This could also, I'm feeling for some of you, this could also be your younger self. Memories coming through, flashbacks, or like healing parts of your younger self. Learning to let your younger self come out and have fun. Kite, vacation. So like your inner child is what I'm saying, Lord. Ink pot, problems to be resolved. Key, successful outcome to your problems. So it's like, I felt that right there where I said problems to be solved, where you guys were like, of course. And then Spirit's like, psych, successful outcome to your problems. You thought. Carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. Sixes are coming through now. We have March energy coming through. That is, ooh. Lord, guys, I'm a little rusty. Don't knock me for this. March is Pisces and Aries energy. Yes. Lord, I had to think about that one. Bull, do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. There's something, a message here about your younger self feeling more comfortable, becoming stronger. Don't know what that's about. Muddled or unclear thinking. That sits right under Kite, vacation. So be mindful not to be too impulsive. Butterfly, a change for the better, sitting right under those problems. I, psychic ability, trust your intuition, sitting right under successful outcomes. So don't let the fear or the worry or the overthinking get the best of you. Your intuition is saying everything is going to work out. Everything's going to be all right. We don't really have to worry. You know, sometimes you can't help if you worry. I do understand that. But it's just an energy of it's going to work out. It's going to work out. Mule, someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Someone is like, don't get hung up on the way that someone is. You already know how they are. It's the way they've always been. Grapes, time to go out and have some fun. So this is sitting right under that March energy. Pisces and Aries. Maybe you guys may be having some fun with a Pisces or an Aries, or thinking about it. Hammock, taking a vacation, physically or mentally. Dog, getting together with friends. And cat, a two-faced friend. So be mindful of who you're spending time with. Again, discernment. Discernment. Chair empty. Someone is leaving your life. Endings and beginnings, guys. Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Nice. Okay. So, lots of great signs and synchronicities. Pay attention to when you see those signs and symbols this week. It's a clue to remember these messages. Let's pull the astrology, the main astrological influence, or just a message from the celestial bodies at the moment. Quiet your mind so you can sense your intuition. Oh, excuse me, guys. Oh, thought I was gonna sneeze there for a sec. What do we have for astrology this week, Spirit? Thank you. We have Vesta with devotion. Okay. Sacred sexuality, fertility, kundalini energy, dedication, purity, self-discipline, focused passion, diligence, inner spark, spiritual commitment. Nice. Let's see what that's coming up with. Devotion. What are you focusing your energy on? Cultivating. What are you cultivating? What are you pouring into? See if we can get one more, please, to go with this Vesta energy. And they want to give us 2, but can I just get 1? Thank you. Oh, I got 2 again. Just 1, please, Spirit. Vesta. I appreciate it. All right. Ooh, Scorpio. The Enigma. Intense, strategic, secretive, sexual. So a lot of sexual energy coming up too. Enticing, extreme, powerful, passionate, lots of passion, manipulative, competitive, possessive, ruler of the 8th house. So some of your 8th house could be being activated. Also keep in mind, I know a lot of readers are talking about Chiron moving into Taurus. Maybe look that up and see how that will have an effect on you. Okay, but a lot of energy, a lot of reference to sexual energy, using it properly, focusing your passion, focusing your passion, your dedication, harnessing your power, your inner spark, your vitality, right? And focusing on what it is that you really do desire. Also, not only just that, but focusing it in a way that cultivates the things that you want. Focusing it in a way that cultivates and nourishes and pours into your future desires. Something about future being referenced here. And look at that. Cancer on the bottom of the deck. So again, happy birthday to my Cancers. Loyalty, emotional depth. So we saw that with, emotional maturity. Sympathetic, moody, tenacious, protective, nurturing, family ties, hypertensive, sense of home, ruler of the 4th house. So check out 4th house, 8th house, or placements where you have Scorpio and Cancer. Okay? And also, where are you focusing that energy? Move this out the way. Where are you focusing your energy, guys? What is your passion? What are you devoted to? And some of you too, what have you just been being loyal to out of obligation? What have you been being loyal to or devoted to just because it feels familiar? What could you be doing differently that's something new that may just scare you? Are you scared of your passion and your dreams coming true? Are you scared of actually being focused and dedicated to something and it actually working out? You know, it's that fear of success energy that's coming through. But let's get into the main message. Let's see how the energy is flowing for the week. I'll tell you right now, some of you need to get rid of some folks that either they're just familiar, they're placeholders, or you're just holding on to them for whatever reason. They've shown you who they are. They're not the healthiest for you. Because that keeps coming up. Someone who is stubborn and untrustworthy or not willing to change, a two-faced friend, someone leaving your life, manipulative energy coming through. Could be even someone who's younger than you, and if they're not younger than you in age, they could be younger than you or more immature than you in energy. Stubborn and bullheaded. Very stubborn energy, stuck in their ways, not willing to change, and control is coming through. But You know, it's up to you, but some of you definitely need to let go of somebody. Your intuition's screaming at you, like, what are you doing here now? This was over for a reason. You want to keep trying to learn? We have resilience coming out. I like it. I'm going to take these in pairs. It's also pairs. Twos are coming through, right? I did mention twos in the channel messages. Pairs. Ooh, 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 ooh. There's an acknowledgement, too, of a lot of you are doing well with how you've been handling things in a different way. Handling stresses in a different way, or handling problems or obstacles in a different way. We have heal heart and spirit. Yeah. See, so this is that energy that I was saying you guys have been a little bit broken and or beaten down and battered. I don't want to say broken. I'm going to say beaten down and battered, worn out throughout these last couple of weeks of June. Okay, because here we have your resilience being built through you needing some healing of your heart and your spirit, but also lessons that you have learned along the way. And again, see those two trees intertwine. I'm just being drawn to the two energy. We got clarity coming in middle of the week. Live from your heart. So again, two sets of cards being referencing your heart space. Cancer energy is bringing up those emotions. I mean, straight up. The emotions are coming through this week. Inner power. And lastly, be open. And I feel receptive. Be open and receptive. I'm feeling a push and a pull. That could also be with that two energies coming in. We have play and strength behind that. Play and strength. So again, not being too serious, allowing yourself to play, allowing your inner child to come out and have some fun. There's an energy of like coming out, or your inner child coming out and playing in the sun. Some sort of reference to that. Or just allowing yourself to feel open and free and flowy as we shift into this water energy, water season. Because the sun moves into Cancer today. Mercury's going retrograde in Cancer. And this week, Jupiter is in Cancer and moves into Leo next week. So there's a lot of water energy this week, guys. My hair is shredding. Okay. So, looking at the overall flow so far of the end of the week, main message coming through, heart space energy, emotions, guys, coming up, things that you've needed to acknowledge, coming up. But by the end of the week, feeling more powerful as you navigate this energy and channel it and turn it into emotional maturity, emotional intelligence, emotional intellect. Okay? There's some sort of clarity coming in. It's like you've been very resilient. Also, I'm feeling slightly resistant. But you've been very resilient, strong, and diligent in getting through, handling your heavy emotions. The healing coming in this week, or maybe you recognizing where the healing is needed for you this week. The clarity coming in of where you could be more in your heart space, less in your mind, more in your heart, intuition, living from your heart. Where have you felt smothered? Where have you felt dialed back? Where have you felt like your light has been dimmed? Where have you felt like you've needed to hide your heart? Okay, clarity coming in the middle of the week. And then by the end of the week, feeling more as you integrate and incorporate this energy and shift into the flow, feeling more powerful and more, I want to say, ignited, more open also. But it's a choice, right? You can choose to use this energy to your benefit, but the main message I do want to say is don't let what you see about yourself or your reality get you down. Okay? You were built for this. You was made for this. Let's look at resilience and heal heart and spirit. King of Swords coming through in the reverse. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Lots of overactive mind. It feels like a lot of negative thinking or negative thoughts. Page of Swords in the reverse. Yep. Taurus coming through with the Hierophant, Faith. Hold on, guys. You know I gotta get my quartz organized. Taurus coming through with Faith. It's coming into the wisdom and the understanding of the way that things have been, have worked out, the way that people have been emotionally immature. Because we have the Three of Cups coming out here in the reverse. Okay, so just off the bat, all three of these cards, King of Swords, Page of Swords, Three of Cups, all in the reverse, Taurus, Hierophant, Wisdom, upright with Faith, okay? So breaking this down, this feels like you here, King of Swords in the reverse. You in energy. You could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but you don't have to be. It feels like you in energy. Overthinking, sort of shut off to certain perspectives or certain communications with other people due to a negative perspective of the way that you've seen them or the way that things have went down or circumstances or something that happened between you, things like that, okay? Here is this other person, Three of Cups in the reverse, Page of Swords in the reverse, coming through as a page. So both of you weren't seeing eye to eye here. There was a broken connection or a broken relationship, and I'm focusing on relationship because Three of Cups usually means there's a third party, another person. This could also just be you going through this within yourself and reflecting and coming into the wisdom and understanding, okay? But I'm feeling strongly with another person. And you both weren't seeing eye to eye, but you're coming through as a king. They're coming through as a page. There's that energy of what I said, they were less mature than you, especially emotionally and mentally. But what I do like about this message and energy is wisdom, faith. Taurus, the Hierophant, is upright, meaning this is you coming into the understanding, the wisdom of the situation. There could also be, this isn't the Hierophant, but not the Hierophant. This isn't the Hanged Man, but I feel there's a shift in perspective where you're looking at it more objectively, less in your ego, less in your frustration or negative thinking or perspective of the situation, and more into the higher wisdom, higher knowledge and understanding of the situation. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, see? The Chariot. Overcoming this energy here. Overcoming this energy that was holding you back. This negative perspective or this sort of wedge that was in between you and the other person. There's you moving on. And you're moving on wiser for it. The scales will be balanced. Here we have Libra with justice. The scales will be balanced, and then you coming through as the Queen of Swords now, having that new perspective and seeing them differently and not seeing them as, maybe you were seeing them as like an attacker or a taker or, you know, someone who was just in a really negative, evil energy. And now you're seeing them as, oh, you were just emotionally immature this whole time. Some of them, you're saying to yourself, oh, they never really had a shot in the first place. Okay, it's that higher knowledge and wisdom of coming into the understanding of, yes, this person did hurt me, but I'm able to see the other side of maybe where they were coming from. Okay, and that's not for everyone, because I know there's some things that are unforgivable, but this is the energy of maybe you've had a disagreement with someone or an argument with someone, you know, things like that. It's not so heavy and deep like trauma or abuse. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. I'm just talking about maybe you weren't getting along with a sibling and you cut communication for a while. It's that kind of energy for whatever reason. And now you're coming into a higher understanding. And also if this isn't you and another person, this could just be you reconciling where you shut yourself off from allowing people in because you've dealt with people who were emotionally immature. Okay? I'm feeling it that way as well. Deep message, but it's water. We're moving into a water season. What else could we expect? Let's look at clarity and live from your heart. Clarity and live from your heart. And let's clarify clarity. Three of Swords in the reverse. Death. There's the Scorpio energy coming through again. Thank you. Upright or upright. Knight of Swords coming through upright. And Queen of Pentacles. Nice. So clarity and live from your heart is being clarified by the Three of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Again, recognizing where that pain has and actively take where that pain has been, and actively making choices and decisions that allow you to act out of a more healed space. Three of Swords in the reverse is that healing, pulling those swords out of your heart, right? And making choices and decisions, acting on it quite quickly once you get this clarity. And making choices out of a more healed space. I love that. Feels good because here you have death coming through, Scorpio energy again, with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, lots of Taurus energy. But we did mention Chiron moving into Taurus, so look into that maybe. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn with the Queen of Pentacles, a more grounded, again, more mature space coming through, coming from a more grounded, mature space. Lord, guys, you know how I get around Mercury retrograde anyways. Okay? The transformation. Also in this death card is a snake, healing. Snakes do represent shedding old past stuff, coming into a new fresh skin, coming into a new fresh understanding, coming into a new fresh emotional maturity and intelligence and intellect. Okay? I love that. And also, again, being able to be honest and trustworthy with who you are despite who you've dealt with in the past. Living more from your heart space. Bottom of the deck, we have the Fool card in the reverse. But I like it because Palace of Wands is behind that. Letting go and releasing those fears and those worries. So a little bit of residual fear, a little bit of residual hesitation, but Palace of Wands is saying that soul is shining brighter and you're feeling a lot more whole and complete as you move through this process and this energy. Ooh, I love it. Let's look and clarify inner power and be open. All right. Eight of Wands in the reverse. Woo! With the Devil in the reverse. The Emperor, Aries energy coming through. Devil, Capricorn. And the Tower in the reverse. Nice. Five of Swords on the bottom upright. We'll get to that in a second. Okay, so automatically, where there's been stuck energy, again, feeling more empowered. Eight of Wands in the reverse. The energy that was once stuck and now being able to be freed and flow. Devil in the reverse. Where you once felt restricted, there is an energy of breaking through and breaking free from from toxicities that once held you back, whether that's perspectives, people, delays, okay? Because we do have the Tower here in reverse, Mars coming through. Is Mars shifting this week? Yes, Mars is moving into Gemini this Sunday coming up on the 28th. And look at that, finishing the week, looking at the end of the week, and here's Mars coming through, moving into Gemini. So there's an energy of where there was once delays or where you were experiencing Tower moments, because the Tower in reverse feels like past energy, past Tower moments, not ones that are upcoming, but past Tower moments where you dealt with that before, being able to have a sense of a certain amount of freedom now, a certain level of freedom being increased in certain ways or certain areas where you once felt restricted or held down or held back or obligated, right? But I like this Emperor energy because the Emperor is saying, I'm feeling more empowered. I can do it. I can be it. I am capable. I am capable of overcoming any worries, fears, traumas. I am capable of overcoming any negativity, any delays, any things that held me back, anything I felt obligated to. I know I am free. Okay? Let's look at the bottom of the deck here. Before we do that, I want to get one more card for this Devil and Tower energy, please. Yeah. Where you once, King of Coins in the reverse, where you once felt incapable or unqualified, or there's an energy of self-doubt and not feeling good enough with this King of Pentacles in the reverse. Over-critiquing of your flaws and over-focusing of your flaws. And now your inner power is increasing through this healing and clarity that's coming in from your heart space and emotions, things that you've been through, okay? It's like now I'm getting more curious about life. Now I'm getting more free with life. Now I'm more open and receptive and standing in my power more to be and create the life that I want. Knowing that it's able to happen, that you can do it. And finishing off with the Page of Cups, there's that inner child energy that we were talking about before. And Page of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but an emphasis on creativity and living from your heart space, a genuine expression of self, and a quite playful, and I want to say childish, but it's not childish as in, oh, it's a bad, immature childish. It's like a harnessing that inner child like we saw before, and you know, maybe playing with chalk, or going out and doing jump rope or hopscotch, or playing a video game that you used to love when you were a kid. You know, it's getting closer to that part of yourself and allowing that part of yourself to express yourself, creating more inner power for you to harness. Woo! Some deep messages, and then again, look at that. Palace of Wands again behind that. Your soul shifting into a more whole and complete, where it once was scattered or in pieces or being impeded on by restrictions or things you felt obligated by, or, you know, that perspective, that negative thinking of oneself. Oh, I love it, guys. Beautiful. So step into this energy, embrace it. And again, that's why even in your channel messages, I got the energy of be careful. Whatever you see about yourself in your life, just don't be harsh on yourself. You know, have some self-acceptance and do the work that it takes to heal and shift that energy into something positive. Okay, let's pull some final cards before we get into the elementals. What do we have last, spirits, to finish this message off? And there's also something about intuition being heightened. Death is an illusion. Always remember, death is an illusion. Whether you're experiencing someone leaving, transcending, you know, passing on to spirit, or you're going through your own death process of shedding an old version of yourself. Death is an illusion. We are always connected, still with our past selves, through experiences, knowledge, and wisdom, and still with our loved ones through love, through our heart space, through our intuition, through signs and synchronicities. Maybe you guys are seeing birds, cardinals or hawks, or a specific other bird that your loved one is saying, hey, I'm here. This is a message from me. But are you paying attention? Are you aware enough to receive the message? Death is an illusion, because energy is not created nor destroyed, but only transformed, right? Right. Take responsibility for your actions. Yes, it's also coming into the understanding of the role that you played in the choices that you made. Because remember, I said making different choices now based on the healing that's happening as you come into this understanding and awareness. You see how the message comes in full circle and, you know, wraps in on itself? Taking responsibility for your actions, not being too harsh on yourself for the things or the mistakes that you feel you have made. You did the best that you could with what you had at the time. But just being able to use those experiences and the knowledge and wisdom that's coming through to make different choices now. You can't go back and change what past you did. but you can use that message and that awareness and that wisdom to apply it to what you now are doing. Okay. Lastly, look at that. Be open. We have live your bliss. That goes back to the message of what lights you up. What makes you feel like, you know what? I can do this. I love life. I can live. And if you don't love life, I'm going to take that back. They're correcting me, not love life. But what makes you feel like, you know what? I can handle life. I can do this today. I can get up out this bed and get things done today. I can handle like the emperor or empress that I am. There's also an energy of taking action towards the things that you want, harnessing your inner power as you take responsibility for your actions, shadow and heal this old stuff. Some of you old people that need to go, just saying. But what lights you up? What gets you going? What your passion, right? That's what we were talking about with the astrology. What is your passion? What can you see yourself being devoted to that doesn't drain you, that is balanced, and that lights you up and says, you know what? Life is worth living right now. Life is worth living. I don't know if you've heard that TikTok sound, but it came through. Express your feelings. And that's what we were talking about, a new way to express yourself, or having your younger self, or whatever it is, your vulnerable self, because it doesn't even have to be your inner child, but it can be just a part of you that's that you feel is vulnerable or sensitive or more emotional. Being able to express that part of yourself more freely without worrying about the judgments of other people or the way that you've judged the ways that you've judged yourself. Okay? Worry is a wasted emotion. Goes back to that overthinking. No overthinking. And accept struggles as lessons. So a lot of lessons, blessings coming through as lessons, wisdom coming through as experiences. Okay, so embrace this energy. Okay, embrace this energy, guys. Wasn't the message I was expecting, but hey, we always get what we need, right? So guys, give me a sec and I will come back with a message for each of you by element. Okay? What up, what up? Welcome to the elemental part of the reading. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, these messages are general, so please don't take what resonates and leave the rest. And I feel the need to say, keep following your dreams. No matter what it looks like, no matter how it feels right now, keep following your dreams. You have that dream for a reason. For the good of all and harm to none, of course. But follow your dreams. You deserve your dreams to come true. You deserve a chance for your dreams to come true. And if you keep following your dreams, no matter the obstacles or setbacks or delays that you feel that you're having, you just might get where you're going. But if you give up, you don't give yourself a chance to succeed, to see the success that you deserve. Okay? Oh, give me one more second, guys. Sorry. All right, guys. My bad. Okay. So, I shuffled enough already. Up first, fire signs. Hello, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is your message for the week of June 22nd to 28th, specifically tailored to you, my fire signs. We have crystal healing. Use crystals to raise your vibration, and renew your energy. Yes, crystals are very healing. You know, crystals come straight from the earth. So that is a nice little piece of earth energy that you can use to help propel you. And, you know, different crystals go for different elements, different reasons, and different energies to amplify in different ways that they can help heal you. If you need an understanding on the crystals that you want to help, I have a crystal magic reading that tells you which crystal you can go out and purchase yourself. And I also have magic jewelry that I offer that I hand pick each crystal, cleanse it, bless it, set intentions for it, for you, for, you know, according to your spirit guides and your higher self and what you need in that moment. And you can book with me through my Etsy, and the link is in the description. Okay? But for those of you who already have your crystals and know which crystals you need to be using, get to it. Get to it. Okay? Let me get one more card here. But yeah, crystals will really help amplify the energy that you want. You can set intentions and it'll help you to shift your energy Ooh, in the way that you want or the way that you need in that moment. We have the King of Wands coming out in the reverse. My fire signs, here you are, but you're in the reverse. What's going on? So this energy I'm feeling like will help you to get your vitality and your leadership qualities back. There's an energy of getting back on your feet and surrendering. An energy of you surrendering something, someone, an energy of sorts. Energy comes in many forms. So I'll say you surrendering an energy. And through you doing that, it helps you to uplift your vitality, your leadership qualities, get you back on your feet somehow, is what it feels like. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, increasing your own personal power, Magician on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so look into some crystals for my fire signs. It'll be very helpful for you for whatever you need. And trust me, there's crystals for everything. Money, healing, emotional well-being, love, success, a lot, focus. Okay, anything that you need, I'm sure there's a crystal for it. Okay, so look into crystals and crystal healing, my fire signs, all right? But that is all I have for you. May love and light find you guys always. Be you, stay true. I'm going to move on to earth signs. Hello, my earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I hope you are doing well. Let's see what we have for my earth signs. What is the message from my earth sign, Spirit? Nice. Earth signs, bounce back. Get that bounce back. You know, I'm always talking about that bounce back. Don't give up. All is not lost. Get back up and keep trying. So they're bringing through that message of follow your dreams. You can get back up at any time to continue to follow your dreams. It's time. Get back out there. Don't let life get you down too much to where you give up on yourself. Don't ever give up on yourself. Things can always get better. Think about how fast life can change in your favor. Yeah, guys, see, we have the Empress. So you've been feeling, Empress in reverse, you've been feeling a bit down on yourself, down on your luck, maybe even down on your self-image, the way that you look, the things that you feel you don't have right now, a way that you used to be or used to look, or there's something about you wanting to be a better version of yourself, and especially as it relates to physical beauty is what I'm getting. And you can do that. Make the changes that are necessary for you to look in the mirror and love. Look in the mirror with love. Look in the mirror with love. Look at your life with love and appreciation. You can bounce back, okay, guys? Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse is speaking of things that you feel like you may have had some missed opportunities, or you may have missed out on certain blessings or certain abundance because of, you know, the choices and decisions that you made in the past. I'm not shaming and I'm not judging. We all have done it. But know that you can be better and have better at any moment. Every single second is a chance to turn your life around. Okay? And you can do it. You can feel beautiful again. You can feel sexy again. For whatever has changed for you, you can feel beautiful and sexy again with the things in the body that you have now. And if you say, no, I can't, then make the changes that lead you to that, to feeling that way about yourself. If you can feel that way about yourself again, and you can bounce back, get that bounce back. You're an empress, not a peasant. And just because you may feel like you've fallen off your throne doesn't mean that you have. You can always get back up. Okay, get up, my earth signs. But that's all I have for you. May love and light find you guys always. Be you, stay true. And I'm going to move on to water signs. Hello, my water signs. Hello, hello, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Let's see what we have for my water signs for this week. What is the message for my water signs? Ooh, I have a few that want to come through. Avoid toxic people, water signs. Avoid toxic people. Hang out with people who will uplift your spirit, not bring it down. Okay, so that message, there's emphasis on that message that we saw in your main message about letting people go who are no good for you and not keeping people around who you may feel obligated to keep around. You want people that uplift your spirit, right? And you will probably grieve the relationship because you're so familiar and comfortable in it. But what's better? Grieving a relationship and then being able to move on and have something better, or staying in something with someone that makes you feel down and brings you down all the time? Okay? Yeah, because look, we have the Six of Wands coming out in the reverse. This person feels like they may not even celebrate your wins, or they could be jealous of your wins. They make you feel really low and down about yourself. And it may not even just be like an outright bullying or negative connotation. It could just be in the form of you tell them good news and they don't celebrate it in the way that you want. They don't validate it in the way that you want. Okay? Or when you need help and you need support, they're nowhere to be found. But when you're up, they want to come around with their hand out. It's the energy of imbalanced relationship with someone, and the person just brings you down. They do not make you feel good about yourself. Yeah, they keep you in a lack, lonely, feeling less than, feeling not good enough kind of energy. And it's time to let that go. It's time to let them go. You can have better. You can have people who are there for you, who love and support you, who put you in this energy, not this energy. Make you feel like a winner and not make you feel like a loser. Okay, my water signs? So get to it. Let them go. Let them go. I'm telling you, when you make space and clear out people who are not good for you, one, you start to feel better about yourself and you realize how much energy they were draining from you. And also you make space for new ones, new people to come in who make you feel good. And you look at your phone and you're like, yeah, I'm happy this person's calling. Not, oh, what do they want now? Okay, so that's what I have for you, my water signs. Thank you so much for tuning in. May love and light find you always. Be you, stay true. I'm going to move on to air signs now. Hello, my air signs. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I hope you all are doing well. Let's see what your message is for the week. What do we have for my air sign spirit? That was fast. Escape materialism. Shift your focus away from material and develop a healthy inner world. So my air signs, working on your inner world, building up your inner world, not just your outer assets. You know, having things and money and things does make you feel good, but when those money and things leave, or when those money and things leave, what do you have? And sometimes having a lot of things or money and things, when will it ever be enough if you're not solidified within yourself? Excuse me. If you don't have a healthy inner world, money will never be enough. It's like pouring something into a funnel. It's slowly just emptying on the other side, and you're never going to feel full. Okay, you want to feel full and successful on the inside. And that stuff will just help to amplify that energy from within you, but you want to have it within first. What do we have here? Oh, yeah, we have Judgment in the reverse. So Pluto coming through. There's a little bit of resistance there. Sometimes, or not sometimes, but some of you may feel like, you know, I've come from nothing, so I am deserving of this, which you are. Abundance is your birthright. But how are you handling it? It's that energy of like, okay, still stay humble. Still stay humble. Because I'm feeling a misalignment where you're tuning more into or leaning more into your ego side of being boisterous and arrogant instead of genuine confidence and a greater sense of self-worth. Yeah, bottom of the deck. It's like on the outside, things look pretty. Palace of Coins in the reverse. But on the inside, emotionally empty. Nine of Cups in the reverse. On the outside, it may look pretty. Like, yeah, you have a lot of things. You may look good on the physical because you're getting your hair done, your nails done, or a haircut, nice clothes, nice shoes, you know, things like that. But on the inside, you're still bankrupt. And that's what it feels like. It feels like emptiness on the inside, even though the cup is glittered in gold. Okay, my air signs, so get to it. Do that inner work. But that is all I have for all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, if you wish to book a personal reading with me, there's a link in the description for my Etsy shop. Head over to my Etsy. Check me out. I got you. I got you. Also, if you want to book some magic jewelry, okay, especially for my fire signs, crystal healing, I got you. There's a link in the description for magic jewelry, or you can check out the crystal healing reading to see which crystal is best for you. Okay? But please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how this message resonated for you, or, you know, at the end of the week, let me know. And again, thank you guys. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Sending you lots of love and appreciation. May love and light find you guys always. Be you, stay true, and until next time, peace.